Did the Nazis use ancient Egyptian symbolism in their regime? Welcome to Time Frame, where we delve into the fascinating intersections of history, culture, and symbolism. Today, we explore a provocative question. Did the Nazis use ancient Egyptian symbolism in their regime? This inquiry takes us on a journey through time, revealing the complex tapestry of ideas and images that the Nazis appropriated to promote their ideology. The Nazi regime is often associated with a variety of symbols, most notably the swastika, which they co-opted from various cultures. However, their fascination with ancient civilizations extended beyond just the familiar emblems. Among these civilizations, ancient Egypt captured the imagination of Nazi leaders, particularly in their quest for a mythic past that would lend legitimacy to their vision of Aryan supremacy. But why Egypt? The allure of ancient Egypt was multifaceted. The Nazis saw it as a civilization that embodied strength, power, and an advanced culture, all characteristics that they sought to associate with their own Aryan ideals. This fascination was not merely superficial. It was deeply rooted in the racial theories propagated by figures like Heinrich Himmler, who believed in a mystical connection between the Aryan race and ancient civilizations. One of the most striking examples of this appropriation was the use of Egyptian architecture and motifs in Nazi propaganda. The Nazis often drew parallels between their own architectural projects and the grand structures of ancient Egypt. The monumental buildings constructed during the Nazi era, such as the German Pavilion at the 1937 International Exposition in Paris, showcased a neoclassical style that echoed the grandeur of ancient empires. This architectural choice was no accident. It was a deliberate attempt to evoke the power and permanence of ancient Egypt. Moreover, symbols such as the Ankh, which represents life, and the Eye of Horus, symbolizing protection and royal power, found their way into Nazi iconography. While these symbols were not adopted in the same overt manner as the swastika, their use in various contexts indicated a deeper interest in the mystique of ancient Egypt. The Nazis viewed these symbols as tools to communicate strength and authority, aligning them with their vision of a rejuvenated German state. The connection between the Nazis and ancient Egyptian symbolism was also reflected in their obsession with archaeology and the occult. Heinrich Himmler, the head of the SS, was particularly interested in ancient artifacts and their potential to reinforce Aryan mythology. Expeditions to Egypt were undertaken with the aim of uncovering relics that could validate Nazi beliefs about racial superiority. This search for legitimacy through ancient symbols was part of a broader strategy to construct a narrative that glorified the Aryan past. However, it's crucial to recognize the hypocrisy in this appropriation. While the Nazis sought to align themselves with the grandeur of ancient Egypt, they were simultaneously engaged in a campaign of destruction against cultures they deemed inferior. The very act of co-opting symbols from a civilization they admired starkly contrasted with their brutal treatment of those they considered subhuman. As we explore these connections, it becomes evident that the Nazis' use of ancient Egyptian symbolism was more than just a superficial borrowing. It was a calculated effort to craft an identity that resonated with notions of power, purity, and historical legitimacy. By invoking the imagery of a civilization that had long since faded, the Nazis attempted to weave a narrative that would justify their own violent and oppressive regime. In conclusion, the intersection of Nazi ideology and ancient Egyptian symbolism reveals a complex relationship that goes beyond mere fascination. It underscores the lengths to which the regime went to construct a mythos that would support their vision of a racially pure society. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of history's darker corners. If you found this video intriguing, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Timeframe for more engaging content on the intersections of history and culture. Your support helps us continue to bring you fascinating stories from the past. Until next time.